The storm raged outside as 16-year-old Lily staggered down the dirt road, blood trickling from a cut above her eyebrow. Her clothes were torn, her hands scraped raw, and every step sent pain shooting through her body. When she finally reached home, she expected comfort. Instead, her mother opened the door, looked her up and down, and said coldly, "You always bring trouble wherever you go. I don't have time for this." Then she slammed the door in Lily's face. For several seconds, Lily stood frozen in the rain. The pain from her wounds was nothing compared to the pain in her heart. With nowhere else to go, she walked another mile to the small farmhouse where her grandfather, Walter, lived alone. The old man opened the door before she even knocked. "Oh, sweetheart," he whispered. Without asking questions, he wrapped a blanket around her shoulders and helped her inside. That night, Grandpa Walter cleaned her wounds, made hot soup, and sat beside her until she fell asleep. Not once did he ask why she had come. Not once did he judge her. The next morning, Lily woke to the gentle hum of thousands of bees outside the window. Grandpa smiled. "Come on. I've got some workers I'd like you to meet." Behind the farmhouse stood dozens of colorful beehives. Lily had always been afraid of bees, but Grandpa laughed. "They're not looking for someone to sting. They're looking for someone to trust." Over the following weeks, Lily helped him care for the hives. At first, she simply watched. Then she learned. Soon she could inspect frames, collect honey, and understand the strange language of buzzing wings. Something inside her began healing. The bees never cared about her scars. They never cared about her mistakes. They simply accepted her presence. One afternoon, Grandpa handed her an old notebook. Inside were decades of handwritten notes about beekeeping. Every page contained observations, lessons, and dreams. At the back of the notebook, Lily found a sentence written in shaky handwriting. "One day, this farm will belong to the person who loves these bees as much as I do." She looked at her grandfather. His eyes sparkled. "I think I've found that person." Tears filled her eyes. For the first time in years, someone believed in her. Months passed. The honey business grew. Lily created labels, built a small website, and started selling jars at local markets. People loved the honey. Customers traveled from neighboring towns just to buy it. The little farm began thriving. Then tragedy struck. One winter morning, Grandpa Walter suffered a heart attack. He passed away peacefully in his sleep. Lily felt as though the ground beneath her had disappeared. At the funeral, dozens of neighbors arrived carrying jars of honey and stories about Grandpa's kindness. Among them stood Lily's mother. She hadn't visited once during Grandpa's illness. Now she approached Lily with tears in her eyes. "I'm sorry," she said. But Lily wasn't ready to forgive. Some wounds needed more time. A week later, Grandpa's lawyer called everyone together to read the will. Lily sat nervously. Her mother seemed confident. Many assumed the valuable farm would be divided among relatives. The lawyer opened the document. Then he read Grandpa's final words. "To my granddaughter Lily, who showed patience, courage, and love when others turned away, I leave the farmhouse, the land, the beehives, and the honey business." The room fell silent. Lily's mother looked stunned. "But she's just a child," she protested. The lawyer continued reading. "The bees taught her what many adults never learn, that kindness creates abundance. She earned this inheritance through her heart, not her age." Lily couldn't hold back her tears. Grandpa had seen her worth long before she saw it herself. Years later, the small honey farm became one of the most successful in the region. People came not only for honey but for hope. Lily hired struggling teenagers, taught them beekeeping, and gave them the same second chance Grandpa had given her. Near the entrance stood a wooden sign. It carried Grandpa Walter's favorite words. "The sweetest things in life are built by those who keep showing up, even after they've been hurt." And every time the bees hummed through the fields, Lily smiled. Because the day her mother rejected her wasn't the end of her story. It was the day she discovered where she truly belonged.